Hello, this is a message from the Purcell School to Deal Music and Arts. My name is Paul Hoskins. I'm Director of Music at the Purcell School and was due to be conducting the first concert of this year's festival with my students and with oboist Nicholas Daniel. I'm very, very sad that this can't happen, but equally look forward very much to doing it next year instead. I think it's the 1st of July 2021, which is firmly in my diary. Last year we came with Stephen Isserlis. Artists like Nick and Stephen are rather special. They have that capacity to turn a concert into a really memorable event. And the chance to work with soloists like that in a festival like Deal is something that we really value at the school. Our students, of course, love to perform, they love to work together, and we're desperately missing that at the moment. Clearly, we've been all scattered at home since the middle of March, and yet, thanks to the wonders of the internet, the school is managing to function almost as normal, and a huge amount of work is being done by teachers and students to keep the programme going. Our school is home normally to 180 students aged 10 to 18, many of them from overseas, many of them from quite a long way away in the UK. So of the 180, about 150 of them board at least during the week. And at school they have time to receive specialist music tuition and lots of time to practice and to work together. They're having to find new ways of working together now. But as I say, the internet does enable us not only to do that, but to invite you to see and hear what we're up to. So although we can't meet in person this year, we are able to show you a few spots on the internet where you can see and hear the students that you would have met had we been able to come to Deal. Our online presence, I suppose, can be divided into two strands. One is stuff that we did before lockdown, which is an archive of films of concerts shown at school, of concerts shown outside school where we went to Milton Court or the Wigmore Hall or Cadogan Hall and fortunately filmed and recorded the students' work. And the second strand is called Purcell Online and is a new platform on YouTube which is home to all the work that's been going on since we started working in isolation. And it's remarkable what you can find there. Let me talk first of all a little bit about the archive of films and particularly about 4 concerts that we did one day in March, only less than 3 months ago. The whole school decamped to the South Bank Centre. We wanted to mark the memory of a former Purcell student called Oliver Nussen, who became one of the United Kingdom's foremost composers and conductors and teachers. He was dearly beloved by many in the music profession, and when I arrived at the school I really wanted to do something in his memory. So we all went to the South Bank Centre for a whole day. We did 3 concerts in the Purcell room. One was centred around contemporary music and composers. One, mostly for the younger students, featured some chamber music. And then in the afternoon, the whole piano department gave a series of pieces celebrating Beethoven's 250th anniversary. I feel poor Beethoven has rather missed out on his birthday celebrations this year, and I'm sure we won't be the only ones doing some Beethoven next year that we would have liked to have been doing this year. In the evening that day, on the 1st of March, Ollie's daughter Sonia, who had helped me devise some of these programmes, joined us on the stage of the Queen Elizabeth Hall to narrate Britain's Young Person's Guide to the Orchestra. And the rest of the concert comprised the Ravel Piano Concerto, which is an absolutely beautiful performance by a current Purcell student, Milda Danaraite. And then the second half had 3 quite unusual pieces, one by Ollie Nussen himself, a new piece, world premiere by a current student, Sasha Scott, and Lutosławski's 4th Symphony. So any of those can be watched separately or together and are well worth 20 minutes of your time. As to the content made since lockdown on Purcell Online, you'll find there lectures given by current staff, guest lectures. You'll find work that the students have arranged themselves, both of jazz standards and of pop songs. You'll find work that composers have written and recorded. You'll find classical music that has been recorded individually by students. You'll have seen lots of these things on the internet, I'm sure, and put together into one film. I would particularly recommend a day that we had just a few weeks ago, where violinist Jack Liebeck gave an interview and gave a masterclass. And not only because Jack's teaching is wonderful and his playing is wonderful, but you get a glimpse into what it's like to be a student and a teacher working in these strange circumstances that we find ourselves in now. And you can hear the limitations in the sound and the difficulties that are presented by working in separate countries in some cases. But you also see how the students and teachers overcome those difficulties and continue to work as if we were at school. Thank you so much for inviting us to Deal, and I'm so sorry that we can't come. Thank you for reissuing the invitation for next year, and we look very much forward to that. Meanwhile, please search for the Purcell School at YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, or just on the school's own website, purcell-school.org. I wish you a very happy summer. Thank you so much.